This video will review masking, and I wanted to talk about the basics so that we understand the concept, and then we can try to utilize that for creating the illusions that we want in our work. I've got this image of a bird up, and just to demonstrate how masking works. So there are a couple of ways I can initiate a mask. One is to use the quick mask icon on your layers panel down here. So with my layer selected, I can click that, and it's going to create a little mask thumbnail next to the thumbnail of my layer. I can work with the brushes or any selections, so I'll show you that in a minute. And then it gives me the color options of black and white when I'm on my mask. If I click the thumbnail of my layer image, now I can see that the colors I have here are black and green. So I know that I'm in my color space versus if I click the thumbnail of the mask and my layer panel over here, now that gives me the black and white, and I know I'm just operating on my mask. So kind of keeping track of that in your layers panel is helpful. Like what am I affecting right now? Make sure you have the thing selected that you want to affect. So the general rule is black will conceal what's on the layer, and white will reveal what's on the layer. So I am going to use black and just really quickly show you how this works. I'm gonna color in the background just real loose, right? Oh, and then I took off the head. So that's me painting with the black, and on my little layer thumbnail you can kind of see that miniature version of what that would look like if it were in black and white. I can flip to the white, and then I can reveal again, so I can bring back the head, for example, right? So you kind of take away and you bring back, and masks are really wonderful because it's like you're not deleting anything. You can work the edge and kind of go back and forth as you need, which also makes it for really cool illusions, which we'll get to. It's a powerful tool. So that's how I could work with quick masks. I can, also utilize all my selections and work on this mask thumbnail. So for example, I'll use the magic wand tool, and I can try to select the background. Maybe my tolerance is too high. Let's turn that down to 30, see if I can select some of the background. Add to it, right? Holding my shift key, just trying to collect some of this background pixels. I took away a little bit of my beak, but that's okay. And then with all that selected, then I could use my brush and the black, and I can make my brush really big with my brackets, right? And I can just mask all that out. So that kind of makes that easy. And then, in areas that I went too far, I can switch to the white, make my brush smaller, and try to bring back the feather that I accidentally took away with that magic wand tool. So, maybe I could go around with the magnetic lasso tool, go around my object and try to select it really well, and then I could inverse and then apply my mask. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to do this. I'm going to delete this layer mask so I can show you another way. Kind of a quick way to play with masks, and we'll probably use this most often, is to use these quick tools at the bottom on the contextual taskbar. There's one that says select subject. So if I click that, it's gonna try to find the subject as best it can to select it. And this did a pretty good job. If I notice, like the inside of the beak is also selected. But what's great with masks is I could make that selection and then choose the mask option here in this contextual taskbar, or in the layer panel, click the quick mask, and with my selection, it will create that mask thumbnail. And then I can refine it so I can go in and let's see what's the best way to get rid of this little inside of the beak. You know, maybe the magic wand tool could work. Nope, that takes too much. Command D to deselect. If I lower the tolerance, I wonder, somewhat. And I'm just trying to make a selection so that then I can fill it with black, so to get rid of it. And I could, you know, go with a really tiny paintbrush if I have a steady enough hand and sort of paint away that inside. And so there's other things, you know, I could go around and notice. So like the inside of this claw, we could probably get rid of that. And, oh, I took away some of the claw so I can find that back. And it looks like it took a bit of the feather away here. Okay, so that's kind of the general idea. I can make a quick mask with those tools, adding the selecting the subject and then putting quick mask or layer mask, and then I can tweak the mask with my brush tools or making a selection and filling that in with black or filling that in with white.